Something just happened that no one saw coming. And if it plays out the way it's expected to, it could completely rewrite the balance of power in the Middle East and possibly end a decades-long conflict. But the most shocking part? It's who's being left out of the deal. Next week, President Donald Trump is heading to the Middle East, but he's skipping one country entirely: Israel. That's right. No visit to Jerusalem, no photo ops with Israeli leaders. Instead, he's heading straight to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. And according to multiple high-level reports, the message from Washington is loud and clear. Israel is no longer calling the shots. This isn't just some routine tour. This trip is being described as the final step toward what's being called the deal of the millennium, an ambitious plan to unite the Middle East, bring rival nations together, and finally end years of war and division. But here's the twist. The United States is doing it without Israel. Why? Because Israel, according to US officials, has been impossible to work with. In fact, one senior US official didn't hold back. He said, and I quote, "If Israel doesn't come to their senses, the deal of the millennium will happen without them." That's not a warning, that's a declaration. This entire deal builds on the Abraham Accords that were first signed back in 2020. That agreement aimed to normalize relations between Israel and several Arab nations. But since then, things have shifted. The region has changed. And now Trump, who originally pushed those accords, is coming back to finish the job. Only this time, he's cutting Israel out of the picture. One of the major goals of this deal is to get Saudi Arabia to officially recognize Israel as a country. That would be historic. But for that to happen, the US is offering Saudi Arabia some serious incentives, access to advanced American technology, and even possible support for a nuclear energy program. Now, here's the part that's raising eyebrows around the world. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE are reportedly open to the deal, but on one condition: peace. They want Israel to agree to a ceasefire and show real commitment to ending the violence, especially in Gaza. But Israel's current leadership, under Netanyahu, has flatly refused. So the US is doing something no one thought they'd ever do, moving forward without them. That same US official added, "We hope Israel will board this historic train that's already left the station, but we can assure you the US will not be waiting at the platform for Israel to get on." Let that sink in. The most powerful country in the world is telling Israel to either fall in line or be left behind. This is a massive shift in strategy. For decades, Israel has enjoyed unconditional support from Washington, but that era appears to be coming to an end. Even Trump, the man who moved the US embassy to Jerusalem, who was once celebrated by Israeli politicians, is now drawing a red line. And it's not just this deal. Just days ago, the US brokered a ceasefire in Yemen, ending years of war with the Houthis. The message is clear. The US is shifting away from endless war and focusing on long-term peace. But Israel's current leadership is standing in the way. So what happens now? With or without Israel, Trump is going ahead with the biggest peace initiative the region has seen in years. And if successful, this deal could reshape the Middle East forever. The only question is, will Israel realize what it's about to lose before it's too late? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this the right move by the US, or is it too risky to leave Israel out? Either way, hit follow for more updates. This story is just beginning.